Hello YouTube, this is Salam. In this video I will show you how I fixed the cutting edge on my backhoe. Please enjoy the video.
Once I get the machine running, I'm gonna switch the cutting edge around. I was able to extract one of the original bolts and matched it with the new ones. The cutting edge almost gone from one side. However, these you could flip them around and you could use this side. They put two ends on it, so when one of them wear out, you could use the other one. I'm not gonna do this until I get this machine running so I could work easier with the bucket. I could tilt it the way I'm more comfortable working on it, and also it's not safe now because it's only sitting on these barrels. I have to do this to be able to work on the loader cylinders. And here we go.
I've been soaking these bolts with WD-40 since I started rebuilding the hydraulic cylinders for this backhoe. They still tight, but I was able to lose all of them. I wasn't able to lose them directly with the impact. This is why I'm using a socket with the extension for the driver, this pipe attached to the driver to give me more leverage. If you guys do similar thing, be careful because the bolt, the socket or the driver may break, so you don't fall and hurt yourself. After I lose them, I was able to work them with the impact. I had in my mind to keep two bolts snug to keep the cutting edge on the bucket so I could lower it in controlled manner to the pallet underneath it so it won't fall and hurt me or cause any kind of damage. And it worked out pretty good. I kept using the socket and the impact until I got all of them loose. As you see, after I lower the bucket to the pallet, I removed the last two bolts and then I run the tractor and I raised the bucket and the cutting edge stayed on the pallet so I could do the necessary work to it before I reinstall it. After I positioned the bucket where I could work on it easy, I inspected and the bucket itself is straight. The mating surface where the cutting edge attached to, it's straight through. It doesn't have any damage except it has rust buildup. So I proceeded to clean that with the grinder and then wire brush and primed it to prolong the life of the bucket itself.
That's supposed to be equal on both ends. You see how much wear on this side compared to the other side?
Guys, I have my reason why the guard is not on this grinder. Don't do that. Make sure always you have the guard installed on your grinder and you follow all the safety rules. I grinded all the rust of the bucket and the cutting edge. Also guys, ventilation is very important, especially when you grind rust or old paint. Make sure you do it outdoor. Wear a mask. In my situation, it was very windy that day and the wind was going away from me, and I was wearing full face mask, so I couldn't wear a breathing mask, but it's worked out okay for me over here. But I highly suggest, if you're gonna grind rust or paint, make sure you wear breathing mask to protect yourself. As you see, I was able to clean all the rust and both surfaces now ready to be painted.
I'm using Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer. It's good to primer.
After I finished primed both surfaces, I waited about 10 minutes for the primer to dry before I proceeded. As you saw, the cutting edge was an easy job. I had to remove all the old bolts. I used the tractor to do all the lifting. I also used the tractor to till the bucket so I can grind it and paint it easy. When I removed the cutting edge, I made sure to remove all the rust, and I primed all the mating surfaces. This will protect the metal and also ensure the bolts will stay tight. I also made sure to torque all the bolts. I will recheck them after a few hours of use, just to make sure they stay tight. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it informative. In the next video, I'll be fixing the backhoe bucket. Thank you for your support and thank you for watching.